We were on a morning hike out in the woods, and I can't believe I got here, but I've been listening to something inside of me. Is it my own thoughts? I don't think so. The way it was worded, it didn't feel like my own thoughts. I don't know where it came from, but I'm in the woods right now after a divine morning. Unintentionally, I guess, but maybe intentionally. I woke up this morning, and the first thing I did was I grabbed my phone, and I looked at Facebook immediately. And then something in me reminded me that I need to be doing what I said I was going to do. And after my 3-day church retreat that I just got back from, I said that I was going to be reading the Bible every morning. I didn't yesterday. I was tired from the retreat. Good excuse, I guess. Today, I didn't want it to be another day of not doing it. What choice am I making there? Or choosing to just learn about Jesus, a man that did great things, and you might be able to learn a few things from. Which one am I going after? And I picked up the Bible and I picked up in John where I just recently started and where I left off. And I started reading. I felt great. I felt good reading about it. I don't ever read the Bible. I've never intentionally read the Bible. And if I did try, it was short-lived because I couldn't quite understand it. But I picked up the Bible and I read it. I carried on with my day after that. I grabbed my stuff. I walked out the door to walk to the gas station like I normally do. Normally, for the last 15, 20 years, that's the first thing you do in the morning. You go to the gas station. That is how I was raised since 13 years old when I started working with crews, doing gym floors back then. You go to the gas station, first thing. That is hardwired into me. People don't understand my attachment to gas stations. People look at me like I'm doing something weird, and that's just all I know. That's what you do in the morning. That's how you get fueled up. But normally, for the last 4 or 5 years, for sure, I have made a new habit. Instead of just getting energy drinks at the gas station, we've gone even further. I started getting beers every morning. The beers every morning, which are 10% Voodoo Rangers, tall boys, equivalent of 2 regular 10% beers in one. I get 2 of those, so equivalent of 4 beers, almost a 6-pack, 7 a.m. And then that wasn't good enough. That was only used to cure the hangovers, the hair of the dog, to cure the anxieties, the anxiety you get from hangovers, supposedly. That was the cure. But that cure grew. It was never enough. That cure grew into the need for some at 10 a.m. And then all of a sudden noon and 2 and 4. Before long, I was drinking 8 to 10% beers a day. And if I knew if I had more than 7, it was going to be a rough day. If I had more than 10, I was probably going to be angry. If I had 12, I black out. That was my daily habit. A decision that I had no control over. As soon as I go to the gas station, I immediately dart to the beer cooler. I immediately, without any thought, any sort of self-control, I go right there. Even if I'm telling myself not to. Even if it's ruined my life, many relationships, every good opportunity that I've had. And all of that aside, I don't even think about it. Something in me puts all that aside. Sorry, I gotta scratch my head. Something in me just pulls me there no matter what. It's a decision that I have no control over. And it is insane how after this church retreat with Encounter Ministries, I have no pull I didn't even think about getting beer. I didn't even look at them. The last few days I've been looking at them and laughing and smiling at least, just like, nope, you don't got me anymore. But now, I didn't even consider it. I walked in there almost blind. And actually, something I just read this morning, let me see if I can quote it right. Jesus said in John something, still learning, that he will give sight to the blind so that the blind can see. And so that the ones that can see become blind. And my analysis of that, which could be wrong here, is to help those that can see already become blind of the evil around us and the enemy that's around us. He'll give sight to the ones that can't see because they haven't opened their eyes yet. But for me, he made me blind of temptation. It's not like I walked into the gas station and was fighting and wrestling with myself inside, saying, don't get a beer, don't do it, you've ruined your life. I'm not getting frantic and panicked. I am completely at peace with this. As I walk up to the gas station, I see a friend of mine, Jerry, and we have a great conversation, and I talk to him about the church retreat. And I'm realizing how good it felt to talk. I made him smile, he made me smile. We had a great time. And I was like, I feel good. And as I'm walking in, I'm realizing that's what you should do more. You should be more like God, more like Jesus, more like my grandpa, who never knew a stranger, could put a smile on anyone's face. And so, as I walk past the slot machines in the gas station, I say hi to the guy, one of the guys there. He's the only one there. We have a good little conversation about him going after his big fish. And I go to the bathroom as I'm sitting on the toilet, doing my thing. I'm thinking, that's how you act more like Jesus. You smile more, you laugh more, you make conversations with those around you. You share and shed light. You become a beacon of light. Or everywhere you go, you make people smile and feel love. You give love to those around you. And as I'm sitting on the toilet thinking about this, the next thought that comes into my mind is, why am I thinking about Jesus the first thing in the morning? What is going on here? I do not normally have these kind of thoughts. Yes, I just got back from a church retreat, so it is on my mind. But the feeling that it's made me feel is amazing. I feel free. I feel full. I'm going to sit right here. Just got back to the canyon. Oh, we got the stage right here. Oh, beautiful place out here. I love it, man. But as I walk out of the gas station, I say goodbye to the guy catching his fish at the machine. I grab my energy drinks instead of alcohol. I walk outside, and the first thing I see is a vehicle pulling up the drive. And it's one of the guys that I went to the retreat with, who lives 2 hours away. Of all the iterations, of all the millions and millions of possibilities of he and I running into each other this morning, how did that happen? One stoplight, me jerking off instead of reading the Bible for 30 minutes, me not talking to the guy about him going after his big fish at the slot machine, and then I just run into a guy that I went to this divine retreat with. Anyone could easily say that's coincidence. I don't. I say that is divine intervention showing itself proving it to me. That is beautiful. Even if it is just coincidence, that is freaking cool. I feel like a good person right now. And for the longest time, I felt hopeless. I felt inadequate, unloved, unworthy. Fill the blank in. I just don't feel good. Alcohol definitely has been clouding my mind and robbing me of my happiness. It's been holding me prisoner, making me feel like shit. I'm tired of it. I still have my problems in life I need to deal with, but I feel stronger. I feel stronger in myself, following in the footsteps of Jesus, which is hard to say. The last thing I want to do is at least the last thing I've told myself I want to do for the longest time is be a Bible beater and be preaching Jesus to everybody. Nobody likes that guy. That's what everybody says. And I still feel that deep in me. Nobody likes that guy. It's annoying, it's tacky, but why? Why is it tacky? Why is it annoying? Where did we come up with that? Why do we make fun of the smart kids in high school and celebrate and idolize the jocks that are barely doing their job by being a good student? Why do we make fun of the people that are sharing love and light and celebrate those that are partying with the enemy in their hands? Alcohol has ruined so many lives and caused so much destruction and hate and death. But yet we don't celebrate sharing love and light. Everyone likes a nice person. But there's a point where there's too nice of a person? I don't know. It's just my thoughts today. My thought is that nobody's even going to care about this, and I'm just going to be just another one of those guys that's trying to share his anecdotal wisdom to the world. Now he feels like he has everything figured out. I don't have everything figured out. I'm just sharing that I have had a beautiful morning. And, oh, that's where we were going. Back to the woods, where we are. We're in the woods still, but in a different part. So everything comes back to the very beginning of why I ended up in the woods. As I left the gas station after me seeing my friend, I walked home and I felt good. I called a buddy of mine, and we finally got to the intersection where I started on my path walking home anyway. I got to the intersection of a highway, and I normally would go straight and walk along the road back home. It's about 15 more minutes of a walk. Or I could make a left and go through the woods, which is about a 45-minute walk, and I have a lot of things to do today. So I made the decision, nope, I'm not going to go through the woods. I got to walk home. I'm going to walk along the road. I'll get there quicker to get to my things. And then something inside of me kept pulling me to the woods, kept saying, I should go through the woods this morning. I should go through the woods this morning. And then as I walked straight on the road, pushing away those thoughts to get closer to home sooner, something in me said, let me show you how I fixed you. Your ankle has been hurt for a while. Let me show you how I fixed you. That was weird. That was weird to hear my mind say, let me show you how I fixed you. Those are the thoughts that came in my head. I don't think I made that. I don't think I did that. And as I heard that, I said, okay, show me, Father. Again, I have not been a very religious person. This is not a normal thing for me to be speaking in these words. Show me, Father, is what I said out loud. And I thought in my head, too. I feel like I almost had a telepathic conversation. I may be sounding crazy right now, but I said in my head, okay, thank you for showing me the way. I'll follow you, Father. And as I walked towards the woods, it reminded me of goals that I had yesterday to start going on walks in the woods and making videos. This is the first video that I've ever made. And by the thoughts coming into my head, it got me closer to following my goals and my dreams of making a great YouTube channel someday and being able to influence millions and millions of people, and then influencing the people that I see around me, and hopefully being a beacon of love and light to the world. Because I'm right now on a path that I don't know yet, if you will. I'm at a crossroads of career change and not really knowing where I belong and what my direction is. I don't really know where I'm going. I'm at a weird point in my life of normally having options, and right now I don't have many options and not many resources. I'm 32, have a few dollars to my name, don't have a job, don't have a vehicle, don't have a license. I have legal issues that I need to take care of. I don't have much for friends and family, other than the ones that I've been connecting to recently, yes. But I, for the longest time, have had just about nobody. And right now I feel strength. A strength that I haven't felt in a long time. It's cool. It feels good right now. I wonder if anyone's going to watch this. Well, if anyone does, I hope you guys have a great day. This is the first video of what I believe will be a pretty cool YouTube channel. You're going to see a transformation here. You're going to see a different version of me develop. And I'm going to record it. Let's go on this journey. Take care, everyone.